Your soulmate is about to do something crazy because of your silence. Archangel Michael says, "My beloved child, listen closely, because the message I bring today is meant to reach you at the exact moment your heart is ready to receive it. You may think the silence between you and your soulmate is just a pause, just a distance, just a temporary space, but what is happening behind the scenes is far deeper, far more powerful, and far more intense than you can see with your human eyes. Your silence has become a storm in their heart. Your distance has become a fire in their mind. Your absence has become a shadow that follows them everywhere they go. And now, your soulmate is standing on the edge of doing something unexpected, something driven by emotion, longing, frustration, and the deep fear of losing you forever. Not danger, not harm, not chaos, but an action so bold, so sudden, and so surprising that even you may not recognize them at first. This message is not meant to scare you, my child. It is meant to prepare you. It is meant to guide you. It is meant to strengthen you. Because your soulmate is not angry with you. They are not against you. They are not walking away from you. They are simply overwhelmed. Overwhelmed by how deeply they feel you. How strongly they love you. How intensely their soul is tied to yours. And how powerless they feel when they cannot reach you. Your silence has awakened something inside them. An urgency, a desire, a determination they never knew they had. And Archangel Michael stands before you today, unfolding the truth of what has been hidden from you for so long. Your soulmate has been thinking about you every single day, even on days you thought they forgot you, even on nights where you assumed they moved on, even in moments when you believed they were choosing someone else, something else, or somewhere else. No, my child. Their soul never left you. Even when their mind tried to. Even when their body struggled to. Even when their pride held them back. Your silence became the one thing they couldn't fight anymore. Not because you hurt them, but because they realized how deeply you matter. They have reached a point where holding back is no longer possible. Their heart is tired of pretending. Their mind is tired of denying. And their soul is tired of waiting. Something in them is about to break open, not in pain, but in clarity. They are about to take a bold step toward you. A message they never planned to send. A confession they swore they'd never make. A move they never thought they'd be strong enough to take. Your silence is pushing them toward truth. And truth, my child, is powerful. I, Archangel Michael, have been watching over both of you, guiding, protecting, separating when necessary, reuniting when the time is right. And now, the time of confusion is coming to an end. The bond you share is not something ordinary. It is not something temporary. It is not something accidental. It is spiritual. It is cosmic. It is written. Two souls who recognize each other not with words, but with energy. Two souls who feel each other even in silence. Two souls who dream of each other even when awake. Two souls who pretend they can move on, but never truly can. Your soulmate has been carrying emotions they never expressed. They miss the sound of your voice. They replay your last conversation. They stare at messages they want to send, but never do. They try to distract themselves, but nothing works. They imagine you with someone else and it drives them restless. They feel you pulling away and it shakes them in ways they can't describe. They fear losing you more than they fear rejection. And now, your silence, your distance, your slowing energy, has activated a response in them. The kind of response that comes from love, not desperation. The kind of response that comes from destiny, not ego. They are about to reach out. They are about to take action. They are about to surprise you. It may be a message at an hour you don't expect. It may be a confession that suddenly pours out. It may be an apology that finally breaks their pride. It may be a visit, a call, an emotional outburst of honesty. It may be their truth spoken without fear. They can no longer sit in the uncertainty your silence has created. Because they can feel that you are slipping into a new phase of your life, a phase of self-love, healing, detachment, strength. A phase where you are learning that your happiness does not depend on anyone else. A phase where you are discovering your worth again. A phase where you are no longer begging for love, you are becoming love. Your growth has triggered their awakening. Archangel Michael says, "My child, do not underestimate the power of your silence. It is not emptiness. It is communication. Silence speaks when the heart is afraid to. Silence teaches lessons words cannot. Silence reveals truths that noise covers. Your soulmate thought you would always be there. Always waiting. Always available. Always responding. Always forgiving. But now they feel the shift. The silence you give them is not punishment. It is transformation. It is boundary. It is healing. It is strength. For the first time, they are afraid of losing you. Not because you are gone, but because they see how much you are growing without them. This fear is pushing them toward honesty. This fear is pushing them toward effort. This fear is pushing them toward you. They can no longer sit and watch you disappear into your own world without them. They can no longer pretend they don't care. They can no longer act like your absence doesn't hurt. Inside their heart, something is screaming, reach out before it's too late. And they will. But my child, here is the deeper truth you need to hear. Before they come toward you, I must prepare you. Because when they return, they will not return the same. They will return emotional. They will return vulnerable. They will return honest. They will return confused but sincere. They will return afraid but determined. They will return with words they should have spoken long ago. They may tremble. They may hesitate. They may struggle to find the right words. They may act impulsively or unexpectedly. But one thing is certain, they will speak from the heart. Your silence has awakened the part of them that had been sleeping. The part that loves you deeper than they ever admitted. The part that wants you more than they ever showed. The part that is ready to fight for you this time. They don't want to lose you. They don't want to let someone else have you. They don't want to imagine a life where you are no longer connected to them. And so, they are preparing themselves, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, to take a step they avoided for so long. Archangel Michael says, "My child, you may feel tired. You may feel confused. You may feel unsure of what you want. But remember, your silence is not a weapon. It is a boundary. It is a healing moment. It is your soul reclaiming its power. Do not rush. Do not panic. Do not fear what is coming. Your soulmate is not here to harm you. They are not here to break you. They are not here to disrupt your peace. They are coming because love is pushing them. Because destiny is reminding them. Because their soul cannot stay away any longer. The moment they reach out may catch you off guard. It may happen when you are busy. It may happen when you least expect it. It may happen in a way you never imagined. But it will happen. Because you are not forgotten. You are not ignored. You are not abandoned. You are loved beyond their own understanding. And your silence has made them realize it. Archangel Michael says, "My child, now that you know what is unfolding within your soulmate, I must reveal what is happening on a deeper spiritual level, beyond the emotions, beyond the fear, beyond the silence. Your connection has entered a stage where both souls are being tested. Not tested for survival, but tested for truth. Tested for strength. Tested for readiness. When two souls are meant to be together, silence becomes a mirror. It reveals what words hide. It exposes what pride covers. It amplifies what the heart tries to ignore. And right now, your silence is forcing your soulmate to confront themselves, their fears, their wounds, their mistakes, their desires, their truth. They are thinking about everything they did wrong. They are replaying conversations they should have handled differently. They are realizing how careless they were with your heart. They are finally seeing how deeply their actions affected you. Your silence has made them see the difference between losing interest and losing someone priceless. And you, my child, are priceless. This realization is powerful. It shakes them. It confuses them. It wakes them up. They used to believe you would always be available. Always understanding. Always forgiving. Always waiting. But now, your energy feels different. You feel distant. You feel guarded. You feel stronger than before. You feel like someone who is no longer chasing, no longer clinging. And this shift terrifies them, not because they want control, but because they finally understand the risk of losing a soul like yours. They know they cannot replace you. They know they cannot recreate this bond. They know they cannot find this kind of connection again. Your silence has awakened a fear that lives deep within their heart. What if I'm too late? What if someone else is giving them what I didn't? What if they move on? What if I pushed away the one person who was meant for me? What if they don't feel the same anymore? These thoughts keep them awake at night. They pick up their phone and put it down again. They type messages they don't send. They rewrite their emotions again and again. They rehearse conversations in their mind. They imagine what you'll say if they reach out. They imagine what you'll say if you don't respond at all. This is the emotional storm your silence has created. But it is not a storm of anger. It is a storm of realization. Your soulmate is not only missing you, they are awakening to you. Awakening to the truth that you were never the problem. Awakening to the truth that you loved them more than they recognized. Awakening to the truth that they took your presence for granted. Awakening to the truth that their ego pushed you away. Awakening to the truth that your silence is not abandonment, but self-respect. And this awakening comes with emotions they do not know how to handle. They feel guilt. They feel regret. They feel longing. They feel fear. They feel pressure. They feel urgency. They feel love that they tried to escape but never could. Your silence broke their illusions. It removed their excuses. It forced them to face the truth. They want you. They choose you. They are drawn to you. They are connected to you. They cannot detach from you no matter how hard they try. And now, they know they must act. Archangel Michael says, "My child, your soulmate is preparing to take a bold step forward. Not the kind of step influenced by drama or impulse, but the kind guided by love, vulnerability, and fear of losing you forever. They are planning something emotional, something real, something meaningful. It could be a heartfelt confession. It could be an apology they've avoided for months or years. It could be a message expressing everything they suppressed. It could be an honest explanation of why they pulled away. It could be an admission of how much they've missed you. It could be the courage to finally choose you without hesitation. They are tired of pretending. Tired of running. Tired of acting strong. Tired of showing nothing when they feel everything. Your silence has pushed them to their limit, not in anger, but in truth. They now understand, if they want you. If they want this connection. If they want a future with you. They must step forward. They must speak honestly. They must drop their pride. They must open their heart. They must take responsibility. They must choose you clearly. This time, not with mixed signals. Not with fear. Not with excuses. Not with confusion. But with courage. Your silence is giving them no choice but to grow. But my child, let me prepare you further. When they approach you, their emotions may be intense. They may be nervous. They may be shaky. They may not express themselves perfectly. They may say things they've been holding back for too long. They may pour out more truth than you expect. This is because they have reached a breaking point inside themselves. For so long, they thought silence was safer. They thought distance protected them. They thought ignoring their feelings made things easier. They thought time would make them forget you. But time did the opposite. Time made them realize you are the one feeling they cannot escape. Time showed them the difference between attraction and connection. Time made them understand your value. Time made them fear the emptiness they feel without you. Time made them realize your silence could become permanent. And now, the thought of losing you is too heavy for their heart to carry. Your soulmate wants to close the distance between you. They want to break the silence. They want to heal the misunderstanding. They want to rebuild what fell apart. They want to bring clarity where confusion lived. They want to restore what was damaged. They want to return to you, but better this time. Not the person they were, but the person they are becoming. Your silence has transformed them. Archangel Michael says, "My beloved child, the universe is aligning moments, signs, and situations in your favor. You may have noticed unusual synchronicities, thinking of them and suddenly seeing their name, number, or birthday. Hearing a song that reminds you of them. Feeling their presence when you're alone. Dreaming of them unexpectedly. These signs are not random. They are spiritual signals. They are energetic communication. They are reminders that your souls are still connected. And your soulmate feels these signs too. Even more strongly than you do. Sometimes they try to ignore them, but they can't. Sometimes they try to move on, but they can't. Sometimes they try to convince themselves it's over, but their heart refuses to believe it. Because when two souls are tied by destiny, separation is only an illusion. Silence is only a phase. Distance is only temporary. Your connection is not broken. It is evolving. Your silence is not the end. It is the turning point. Your soulmate's next actions will surprise you because they come from a place of raw truth, the truth they hid even from themselves. But now, they cannot hide from it anymore. They feel you pulling away. They feel you choosing yourself. They feel you healing. They feel you stepping into your power. And this is why they are about to take action, because they don't want someone else to love you the way they should have. Because they don't want silence to erase what destiny wrote. Because they don't want their fear to cost them the one connection that feels like home. Your silence is forcing them to step into their courage. Your silence is forcing them to choose truth. Your silence is forcing them to grow up emotionally. This is not chaos, my child. This is transformation. And it is leading both of you toward clarity, the kind of clarity that can only appear after silence. Archangel Michael says, "My child, now we move deeper into the truth that has been building inside your soulmate, the truth that your silence has finally brought to the surface. What you do not see with your physical eyes is the emotional storm happening inside their mind, their heart, and their spirit. Your soulmate has reached a point of emotional intensity where they can no longer stay still. Every day that passes without hearing from you feels heavier. Every moment of silence feels like a moment slipping away. And now, they are preparing to take action, not out of pressure, but out of realization. Realization that you were the one person who gave them genuine love. Realization that your presence brought peace into their life. Realization that your energy lifted them even when their world was falling apart. Realization that they misunderstood your heart. Realization that their fear kept them from expressing what they truly felt. Realization that silence has become unbearable. They are not angry with you, my child. They are not blaming you. They are not resenting you. The truth is much simpler. They miss you, they love you, they need you, and they can no longer hide it. Your silence has become a mirror that shows them everything they ignored. It forces them to rethink their choices, their actions, their hesitation. Things they used to overlook now scream in their mind. When they wake up, the first thing they wonder is whether you thought of them. When they go to sleep, they imagine what you're doing and if you're safe. When they scroll through their phone, they pause at your messages, your photos, your name. When they see something that reminds them of you, it hits them harder than before. When people talk about love, their mind goes straight to you. When they hear your favorite song, their chest tightens. When they see couples together, they imagine you standing next to them. And the silence between you only makes everything louder inside their heart. They pretend to be fine, but they're not. They pretend to be strong, but their soul is tired. They pretend they don't care, but they care more than ever. They pretend to move on, but every path leads them back to you. No matter how far they run, your soul pulls them like a magnet. This is not obsession, my child. This is soul memory. This is destiny speaking. This is connection working behind the scenes. Archangel Michael says, your soulmate is hiding a secret they have kept even from themselves. That secret is their fear of vulnerability. Your silence forced them to face the fears they never dealt with. What if I'm not enough for them? What if they find someone better? What if I can't give them the love they deserve? What if I mess up the connection again? What if they don't want me anymore? What if I already lost my chance? These questions chase them constantly. And this inner fear, this deep battle, is part of the reason they stayed silent so long. They didn't know how to express their emotions. They didn't know how to be open. They didn't know how to be vulnerable. They didn't know how to show love without feeling weak. But now, their fear of losing you is greater than their fear of vulnerability. Your silence is teaching them something powerful. If they want you, they will have to fight for you. They will have to open their heart. They will have to communicate honestly. They will have to put effort. They will have to show up in ways they never did before. Your silence is not punishing them. It is helping them grow. The universe removed your voice so they could hear their own. Your soulmate is now reaching a point where they are preparing to do something bold, something they avoided for a long time. They might call you suddenly. They might send a long message. They might confess their feelings honestly. They might ask to see you. They might admit they made mistakes. They might break down emotionally. They might reveal truths they never had the courage to speak. They might open up their heart and finally tell you how much you mean to them. Their next action will be intense, emotional, and honest. Not because they want attention. Not because they want control. Not because they want drama. But because they are afraid. Afraid of losing the connection that feels like home. Afraid of losing the person who understands them. Afraid of losing the only soul who sees their truth. Afraid of losing the love that made them feel alive. Your silence has awakened the deepest part of their heart. Archangel Michael says, "My child, you must also understand what is happening spiritually. Your soulmate is experiencing a moment of awakening. The angels have been placing signs in front of them. The universe has been whispering messages in their dreams. Their spirit guides have been nudging them toward courage. Their intuition has been telling them to reach out. They feel drawn to you stronger now than ever before. At times they try to distract themselves, but the signs return. At times they try to stay silent, but the urge grows stronger. At times they try to forget you, but your energy pulls them back. At times they try to ignore their feelings, but their heart refuses. This connection was never meant to disappear. It was meant to transform. It was meant to deepen. It was meant to strengthen. You may feel this too, my child, random thoughts about them. Dreams involving their presence. A sudden emotional wave out of nowhere. A strong urge to check your phone. A feeling that someone is thinking about you intensely. A warmth in your chest when their name crosses your mind. These are not coincidences. This is soul communication. Your souls talk even when your mouths don't. Your energies meet even when your bodies don't. Your hearts feel each other even when your minds resist. This is why your silence feels so loud to them. It is not just quiet, it is a message. Your soulmate, at this moment, is standing between two emotions, the fear of reaching out, and the fear of losing you if they don't. And the second fear is winning. Every day, their desire to talk to you becomes stronger. Every hour, their thoughts about you get more intense. Every moment, their heart grows louder than their pride. They know they must choose. They know they must act. They know silence is not an option anymore. Your soulmate is preparing to make a move that will change everything between you. The universe is guiding them. The angels are supporting them. Their soul is pushing them. But most importantly, your silence has opened their eyes. Archangel Michael says, "My child, you have been patient. You have been silent. You have been strong. You have been healing yourself. You have been choosing your own peace. And now, the energy is shifting. The love you gave them is returning. The effort you put in is being recognized. The pain you carried is being understood. The silence you held is being felt deeply. This phase is not the end. This is the moment before the breakthrough. The calm before the confession. The silence before the truth. Your soulmate is about to step forward in a way they never have before. Be prepared, my child. Not in fear, not in anxiety, but in strength. Because their next action will reveal everything, their feelings, their intentions, their regrets, their desires, their truth. And you will finally see the emotional depth they tried to hide.